It's kind of, every time I start this Facebook Live stuff, well, let me try this again. Every time I set this Facebook Live stuff up, the screen goes blank and then comes back on, then it goes black again, and it goes back on again, then it goes black, then it goes up again. So I'm not quite sure how all this stuff is when it's starting. So I apologize for the missteps as far as that goes. Well, thank you all for the wonderful support and comments from the last Foto Dono live session that I had. I really appreciate that. It was certainly very much appreciated as far as that goes. So you can see I'm still not working yet. I'm still furloughed, but I've been doing these webinars pretty regularly now, so I've been enjoying that. Thank you very much for Margaret for her support on Patreon. So I want to get out there. For those of you who don't know, I am looking for anyone who wishes to help support my endeavors. You can check me out on Patreon if you want to. The links are down below. It's kind of weird looking at the video. And I go over here to go. Now I found it, but I was going on this side to find the microphone. Oh well. So anyway, I want to thank Margaret for being my first Patreon. If anyone who's interested, yeah, I'm doing this Patreon thing, and what I'm doing is, if anybody wants to just give it $1 or something like that, you get a free digital hug from me. So I figure that's very social distance safe. I'm also looking to give you some downloads of some of my files. Also to also give you also some postcards. I could send out some postcard love, which again, very social distancing safe, I would imagine. So just to give you kind of a heads up of what else is going on. I got a couple of changes to some of the webinars that you guys may be interested in. My camera basics class, I've opened it up to Tuesdays at 6:00. So if anyone who's looking to find some more stuff about their photography, about their camera, I'm offering a camera basics class. For those who don't know, camera basics is basically what it means. It's just going over the general basics of pretty much almost any camera system. Dealing with only those with interchangeable lenses, like mirrorless or DSLRs. And I go over those differences within the camera basics class. The camera basics class is $55, but if you had bought a camera through Johnson Photo Imaging, the class is for free. Yay! So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. It's good. Right now it's still on Mondays at 2:30. It hasn't been doing very well at 2:30, so I'm trying some Tuesdays at 6:00 and see how well that works out. Right now my webinar weeks are getting kind of filled up with stuff, so I've got so let me pull it up here. I'll give you the schedule of what's going on here. So we've got webinars on Thursdays at 2:30. I've got Camera Basics Mondays at 2:30. Camera Basics on Tuesdays at 6:00, and on Mondays at 6:00. Oops. Mondays at 6:00. I've got an evening with Foto Dono, and then we got the Mysteries of Night Photography with Ken Hubbard on the 29th. And also on the 23rd, for those who didn't know, my low light group meeting is going to be an online group meeting, and it's going to be on April 23rd. And also on April 24th now, which I forgot to include in the current description, but I'll modify that. Olympus will be also doing an online demo as well too. These are all webinars that I'm hosting and promoting, as well as through Johnson Photo, as well as also through my website as well. Well, again, all these links will be in the link there down below, and I'll add that Olympus one in there too as well. So lots of things that are coming up, some things you might be interested in. as I said, the Ask Foto Dono webinar is basically a weekly topic that I've been doing on Thursdays at 2:30. The one in the evening seems to be doing pretty well. I've been doing this one tonight at 6 o'clock, where it's mainly going to be dealing with lighting, talking about different types of lighting, different types of effects, things like that. So, and different types of equipment that you might be able to use to help do that with. So, so I hope you guys will enjoy that. Again, for anyone who signs up for the webinar, I'll allow them to. When I allow them, I'll let you guys. Anyone who participates within the webinar, I will send those links to the video that I'll put on my Google Drive for that. Let's see what else. I've a couple of things. If anyone's got any suggestions for the Patreon thing, I'd be appreciative. I'm not sure what else I just started doing that stuff, so I'm not really quite sure what I can do, what I can't do with all that. I'm still exploring that, trying to figure out, what's something that people are interested in, what they want to hear from me. I'm offering private lessons on there, starting at $30 for that. So if anybody's interested in that, they can sign up for that. Normally, private lessons that I teach normally is about anywhere from $90 to $150, depending on what they are. Let's see what else is going on. The other thing too that I've decided that I wanted to do is get some people going. There's hopefully some interest in. For those who enjoy doing close-up or macro photography, I'm running a little online photo challenge called Macro Unhinged. You're doing that through Meetup. So if you guys are interested in that, the link is definitely in the description right now, and I think it's towards the bottom. Basically, the gist of it, and I'll kind of give you the pointers of it. Macro Unhinged is basically is to create a macro photo that no one can identify. And the basic rules are: it needs to be taken within about 12 inches from the subject, needs to be taken between April 16th and May 1st. Outdoors, indoors, doesn't matter. Any kind of lighting is acceptable. You can use any camera, don't care. You can submit only one photo. Global edits are allowed. That means you can do, minimal changes like cropping, color balance, exposure, sharpening, levels, and curves. Try to avoid cloning, masking, or don't do any cloning, masking, or additional digital manipulation. You can do photo merge or HDR, that's fine, or focus stacking, but don't do any compositing. Basically, if you take a picture of some meat and we think it's all a golf ball, well then, there you go. I know a few of you out there enjoy macro doing close-up, so I think you guys will enjoy that. At least I hope you guys will. I'm still trying to rack my brain of what I'm going to do. Because you only get one photo, one attempt. I mean, you can shoot as many as you want, but you can only submit one photo, and everybody gets one guess. Because that's at the end. We're going to do is have a little a Zoom party where we're going to basically show all the photos. Everybody gets one guess of what it is, and if anybody gets it, and if any guess is correct, then that one's disqualified. When it gets finally down to the very end of those of no one we could guess at what it is, then those go into the final round, which then I am the judge on that, and I have one guess to guess which one of those are. So there will be probably some drinking involved. So I would say get your favorite bottle of beer, a glass of wine, or whatever, and we can have hopefully a little fun discussion through Zoom, doing this little challenge like that. And I'll be running that, and I'll be on May 2nd at 2:30 is when I'll do that. So it'll be just basically the next day after we do all that stuff. So again, all that stuff, the details are in the description for that. So I hope you guys enjoy them. Another thing too is you might have noticed, those of you who live in my general vicinity, between most of the counties in the area, you've between Sarasota to actually from Charlotte to up to Hillsborough and stuff, and a few in Pinellas, of course. The thing is, it's been raining, and tonight is the Lyrid. Well, it's going on, is the Lyrid meteor shower. Now, if you guys get a chance to take a look at some of that stuff, that's really kind of cool. However, there's a lot of cloud coverage, so it's going to be hard to miss or kind of a hit or miss on that type of stuff. Now, what I generally like to do is I'd like to kind of like to time this meteor shower with going out to take pictures of the Milky Way. Because when you take pictures of meteors, the hard part with taking pictures of the meteors is this. They're not going to be in one part of the sky. Yes, there is a concentration of them from a certain spot, but really, it's going to be happening all over the sky. So what you do is if you want to take a photograph of it, The idea is you basically have to put your camera at a portion of the sky and just have to wait. Now, the Lyriids are kind of cool because you get to see them, but they're probably going to be very sporadic. It's not like the Perseid meteor shower, which comes in later on, like in August and stuff, which is a little bit more intense as far as the number of meteors you'll see. Depending on the location of where you are, you might see a little bit more and things like that. I mean, location on Earth, not here in Florida, but location elsewhere. I think more out towards Europe, I think they're going to get a slightly better show. But anyway, the idea is I'm going to go out and try to shoot the meteor shower. I got a couple of nights to do this because it peaks on the 23rd. Let me double check real quick. I'm sorry. You figured I'd have all this stuff memorized, but nope. Luckily, I have the internet at my fingertips, and it'll let me know. So it's going to peak on the 22nd at 5:24 in the morning. So far, if the 22nd of April is going to be not so good to go see it, unfortunately, because it looks like we're going to have clouds and rains and everything else. Now, I bring all this stuff up because I'm going to go try and do some photography early in the morning. It means I got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go drive somewhere. I'll probably up a little before that, but I want to be on the road by 2 to get to one of my favorite places around 3 o'clock in the morning to go out and shoot this stuff. The issue is that I don't know if it's going to be a go or no-go, and I really won't know until I wake up. Right now, all indications are indicating in that particular area, this will be the northeast corner of Manatee County, is that it's supposed to be clear around 3. However, they're showing in some of the reports I've seen as high cloud cover. Not so much low cloud cover, but high cloud cover. I really won't know the intensity of it all because it doesn't really say until I get out, until I can actually take a look out, take a look up at the sky, take a look at some of the weather maps, take a look at some of the cloud coverage, because all of this right now is just theoretical. Because according to all this, the weather's going to be dying out pretty soon. Again, this is Florida; things could be changing, so who knows? But I'm going to get up early in the morning, take a look at the weather. I'll go online. I'll be on Facebook Live when I get up, so you get to see a little groggy, disheveled, with hair sticking out everywhere, looking like alfalfa type of photos. If you guys want to check that out at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to be looking to do it. Now, what's really cool about all this stuff that's going to be kind of cool is that you're going to have not only you're going to see the Milky Way again, cloud permitting. You might see a few meteors, and you also will see Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars right around 4:30. They'll be also up and above the horizon line. So this could be out looking towards the southeast. So you got to kind of find a nice little spot where there's not too much light domes out there. Now the spot I'm going to go to is the northeast Manatee County. It's fairly dark, but it's not best, but it's not going to be too exciting as far as that goes, as far as light pollution goes. It's certainly still got a lot of that urban light pollution that's predominant throughout almost everywhere on the East Coast. But I'm a little bit further away, and I've been there in that location before, and it's kind of sandwiched in between a little bit of Arcadia, Mayaca City, and a little bit over towards what's that, like Zolfo or something like that out there. So it'll be kind of the general area where I'll be pointing at. So hopefully I'll get some nice little arch. I get some of the nice of the galactic core, as it were, and hopefully some of the arch of the Milky Way. Again, it all depends on that, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Let's see what else has been going on. I was going to do something a little bit different with my Facebook Live. I try to show some of my dad's artwork, and I haven't quite figured it out. I tried to do like a Zoom live with Zoom, but it kept crapping out on me. So I'll have to figure out some way of doing that through here on Facebook. Either Facebook Live or try to figure out, maybe I'll do a pre-recording on Zoom and then I'll upload it on Facebook, and that way I can go through some of that. For those of you who don't know, my dad's an artist, and he also makes some really great artwork as far as that goes. He's kind of like the inspiration for some of the things that I've done throughout the years. Certainly the one where I get most of my genetics as far as dealing with artwork, as far as dealing with that. Of course, I've had plenty of teachers over the years, but of course, he's the original. I'm kind of like the genetic clone copy of him. For those who have not met my father, pretty much you just look at me, and that's what my father looks like, except add another 20 years. So there's that. I think my beard's been doing pretty nicely here during being furloughed. I've been letting it kind of grow out a little bit more. Somebody mentioned to me that I kind of look like a Clyde Butcher Jr. So I'm not sure. I'm honored, but I'm not quite sure how Clyde would feel about that. So, but I thought that was kind of funny. Let's see what else has been going on. Let's see. Like I said, I want to try to do something different, and I'll probably next Foto Dono Live. It'll be a pre-recorded one. Is what I'm thinking of what's going to be. So I can go over some of my dad's stuff and show you some of the stuff that he likes. You can always find him. He's one of the list of my friends on Facebook under Terry Ebbett. He doesn't really do anything too much on social media. This is pretty much us just poking fingers at him just to put him on social media. So there's that. Let's see what else has been going on. I think that's about it. Not too much as far as, like I said, the webinars have just been a lot of fun doing those. It's been great connecting with some of the folks. I've met some, of course, interesting people. Some of the, of course, the regulars who've come in there and help support me, which I really appreciate that. This had Margaret help me out with Patreon. I've had a couple of people leave me digital tips with PayPal. So, like I said, all that stuff just helps me out, keep me going as far as that goes. I know everyone's kind of in the same boat, and like I said, if you feel like you'd like to give me something as a tip or for any of these things that I'm doing, because like I said, I'm doing these as it's just for fun and just to have a little bit of life outside of this, because most people that I do know through photography they all live quite a few distance away from me. So again, it's kind of a nice way to kind of see everybody, kind of connect with everyone about that. And so that's what it's been a lot of fun doing. Okay, well, I think that's about it for today. I don't see any comments here in the comment section, so nothing to additionally edit. So I've only got one live person, but if anybody leaves any comment on there, then go ahead and you can leave it there in the comment section. I'll be glad to go and respond to that. If you need to get a hold of me, you can always get a hold of me through my either on Facebook, or you can also get a hold of me on my website at fotodono.com. Again, that's fotodono.com. You can always check it out. Again, all the links are in the description of this as well too. I really can't thank all the folks who've been kind of watching me over the years. I've been kind of like being Foto Dono now for 20 years now, 25 years now at this point. And so it's been a lot of fun. It's been kind of exciting to see some of the changes. Every so often I look through my timeline on the Facebook page, and I'm just like, whoa, I remember that now. Oh, there we go. That was kind of cool. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah. So it's been interesting to see all these changes and see some of the things I've been doing. Let's see. I think that's about it. And again, I think I said that already a couple of times, a couple of ums and ahs, but I'll get better at this as we go along, so I appreciate your patience on that. Thanks again, guys, and be safe and be well out there. And that's the other thing I want to before I forget. I think what we're going to do is do these I'm going to do these things on a weekly basis as well, too. At least until I find some employment, then I might have to change it. But I think what I'm going to do is do them on Mondays at 3:30 and go from there. I might run a little bit late if I run into the camera basics class on Mondays at 2:30. But so far that hasn't really taken off. So let's say Mondays between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, we'll probably start doing stuff right around there for Foto Dono Live. So if anybody's interested in that. But keep in mind, I'm going to be doing another webinar at 6 o'clock. But that'll be through Zoom. Again, you'll have to sign up on that. It's at an evening with Foto Dono. So for that. Thank you very much again. And I know I said it a couple of times already, but thank you, and thank you. You guys have, again, be safe and be well. Thanks. See, where is all this? There it is. End live video.